tonight. Fortnite tonight. Fortnite. Are we playing the Fortnite tonight? Fortnite. Whoa. Gotta be the Fortnite. Whoa. Crazy about Fortnite. Gotta be the Fortnite. Whoa. Did you guys notice? There's diamonds in my guitar. There's Slimer. You know, when you believe in a higher power that's not related to some substance abuse 20-step bullshit, when you believe, it gives you such clarity, such faith. It's like the opposite of what people who don't believe have. Like, they have hate, anger, hostility, but they internalize their dialogues. Because, like, the average person is a total moron, they assume, like, somebody who's outspoken, it's always money or views, right? You're just jealous because you don't have as much views. What? It's money or views. It's in this society, like 98% of people are always gonna say money or views. And then, like, the basic troller will just take the words I've already said. He said money and views, so I just money and views. Like, it's so basic. Now, it's the internet. The internet's for trolling, you know? I find it funny that I've busted out this stupid beanie thing and nobody's trolling it. But I guess if I would have made videos going, hey, look at my new stupid beanie, then they troll. Like, it's so basic. It's so basic. I hope you guys are having a beautiful night. We're gonna be stealth. If you're new here, I hide in trees playing Fortnite. But it's been wild. Do you guys know anything about, like, the music industry? Happy 4th to you guys. You guys are nice. What's your guys' favorite band? I know that, like, music is not like a thing anymore, you know? And I don't watch enough mainstream artists to, like, go, like, oh my gosh, they're doing that shit that ended like 30 years ago. I'm trying to think of somebody. Not like a legacy act because they can get away with it, but, like, say like somebody who entered music like maybe 5 years ago and is still acting like it's this prestige, like, circuit. Like, in the 80s, I guess they did have, like, I mean, 90s had it too, but now, like, if you're going on TikTok to do your music, like, oh my gosh. Like, there's a difference between checking into social medias because you own a record company, as opposed to somebody who never played shows, never went to the clubs, skipped all that, and jumped straight to, like, a TikTok, and you don't have a band, you're just like some dude with your guitar, and you don't have a record company. Like, what are you doing? You're just sitting in your bedroom in Ohio? That's concerning because, like, we all know like the music industry is um like not just fake, but we know that like the industry is like a facade, right? We all know this, but apparently some people in Ohio, like in the eight, so gold, like the gold rush, people ran for gold. That was a scam. In the 80s, the gold rush was move to Hollywood and you'll become famous. And now the gold rush is go to Nashville. And then kids just skip the whole club scene and go straight to streaming live. Like, what did you do? Like, what did you do? Why are you streaming? You have no prior career? So your whole career started on TikTok? I mean, which is cool. Which is cool, man. That's cool, but I don't know, man. Because, like, not to make it for me, I joined the music industry at age 19 with Lovers and Strangers. But before I got my audition with Lovers and Strangers, I spent a good 6 years. Like from the age 13 to 19, like I was playing clubs in a small band. Something you'll notice about badasses like myself and other artists, who's a good example? People that get to the top, they didn't just like one day now they're there. You'll notice that they have like this trail of always doing something. You know what I mean? Like you might have discovered them at like year 15, right? But 15, like they've been doing it forever. So like people who just pop up, they don't last. There's too many temptations. There's too much that will hit you in the face. Like you will not be prepared if you don't have like the roots. If you didn't have a manager yelling at you about all the shit that could possibly you can run into, and it's the same old story. Like it's the same old story, man. When they give you a torch, you're supposed to pass the torch, right? You pass the torch. The passing of the torch. If you hold on to the torch, you're going to get burned. What is unique about my situation is like the men who trained me were terrible humans. They were very probably degenerate in the music industry, but they did that old do as I say, not as I do with me because I was 19 and they were all older than me. They like made sure I wasn't going to do anything. Like all I got to do was play music, which is what I wanted, but they sheltered me and they smartened me up about like don't ever get into drugs, don't do this, don't associate with this musician, don't just fucking stay, do your shit, kid, just practice. I wasn't allowed to do whatever they did in their early careers because they treated me like their kid. Which is cool. I'm very lucky to have these guys, like especially Marshall and Ray were basically like, he's not gonna do. So I was in a band called Lovers and Strangers. If you look them up in Monterey, they were like a huge club band, but they started in 1984. So when I joined, it was like 2006. So they had 22 years experience like playing the clubs of Santa Cruz, Carmel, Big Sur. By the time I joined their reunion, they were kind of like burned out, but because I was a kid, like it's kind of hypocritical in my opinion because they did, I don't know what they did as young artists, but I'm sure they did A through Z, right? They treated me like their kid. It's like I was saying earlier, it's like, don't do what I say, not what I do. You know what I mean? but I'm thankful that they were so strict with me. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, they were strict with me, but you guys were probably partiers, you know what I mean? And I'm not complaining. I'm so thankful because um, I think it saved me like a lot of, like, you see artists just up and down, right? They just go cuckoo. You hear all those fireworks outside? But then, like, what I'm just saying is, so, like, just so many years of playing shows, rehearsals. So for a kid who doesn't have any guidance, right? And I'm not saying that my career is anything special. I'm just telling you the truth. But I had so much years of practicing, studying. So if you're just some kid and you go on the internet and you're getting these views, your ego's not your amigo. You're probably going to think that you're the shit. You know, meanwhile, like a social media, internet audience is not like a real audience. Like, people we're just sitting here, right? Like to go watch Lovers and Strangers, like, you have to leave your house and go to the club. It's a bigger commitment, right? I mean, you can just catch views all you want on like TikTok or something, and it can tell the ego, I'm the shit. Meanwhile, it might not translate to reality. Um, they would have to humble themselves. And keep in mind, both my managers were roadies that started in the late 70s. So they saw it all. They saw A through Z. And they basically treated me like a child. You're not going to do anything. And then, furthermore, like, yeah, I was in Lovers and Strangers, but like I said, they were around for 22 years. They were burnt the fuck out when I joined. After, like, our first show, so I had another band, like, I had the Blonde Alibi, Friday Factory, and just off of Lovers and Strangers names, I could get booked at Carbone's, Monterey Live, the Monterey Wharf Theater, which we never played because Vincent, the owner, dude, I would always go over there and be like, can we play? He's like, yeah, you just have to provide the insurance for the night. I was like, Vince, what is all this insurance talk? So you just have to deposit like a $500 insurance. I'm like, but Vincent owned the Wharf Theater. So even though I knew it was going to be the same bullshit, whenever I'd have a meeting with Vincent, I got to go into the theater. And at the time, they had a Hollywood play. And the stage was like buildings or something. But, like, the stage could hold a drum set. So I'd always sit in the theater seats and look at the stage. And I was like, dude, if we played here, I want to put my amps all up on all those, like, structures. But Vincent was, like, always saying I would have to put up $500 of my own money for an insurance. Which I, like, to this day, I've never been in negotiations with a club or something where insurance got brought up. I'm sure it's a normal, well, they were a theater, not a nightclub. But, like, so I could live off the Lovers and Strangers reputation in Monterey. Lovers and Strangers, dude, like, after my first show ever with them, I don't think we played another show for like 3 months. We'd practice like every fucking day, every week, but it's like, you know what? I was not in a position to be like, hey, we should play a show, but inside I was like after our first show, I was like, let's fucking play. Like, I'm like 20, but they were like 42. So it's like, I'm just starting my career. I want to play fucking every night. These guys have been around for 22 years. They're burnt the fuck out. So it would piss me off. But now, I am just like those grumpy old bastards. And I was trained by some grumpy motherfuckers. Very cool. I don't even think I heard our guitarist speak until like 4 months in, and then check this out. The singer and guitarist didn't practice together. They hated each other for I would say the first 3 years being in Lovers and Strangers. They still were mad at each other, and I don't know. I wasn't even born when the band started, so I don't know their beef. I don't know. I know a little bit, but like the guitarist never spoke, and I remember telling Steve one time, like, suggestions, and he's just staring at me with his cigarette. He goes, "I'm not the captain of this ship." First, and then I go, because I never heard this. I've never heard phrases like that. Like musicians talk in like weird ass cinematic. Everything has to be cute. You know what I mean? Like everything's a fucking riddle. I'm just like some 20-year fucking kid doesn't know my whatever from my whatever. And he's like, "I'm not the captain." So then I go, "Oh, the singer's in charge." That's what he's trying to say. And I was not going to go up to our singer. He was a madman. 8th? That's not bad. So, like, I could still play shows with the Blonde Alibi. But, like, the crowds for Lovers and Strangers versus... No, and, like, we had crowds because we were playing in Monterey, but... We had crowds because people were drinking. Nobody was coming out. We were just the band. But if Lovers and Strangers was playing, like, people would come out to see them. There's a difference. There's a difference if you're a bar band playing for drunk people and if you're a bar band that has a reputation. The only reputation we had was I could go to a bar owner and say, "Hi, I'm Dino. I'm the bassist of Lovers and Strangers." "Oh, you're in Lovers and Strangers." "Yeah, I have this other band called the Blonde Alibi," you know. Jack, the owner of Sly McFlies, when he found out I was in Lovers and Strangers. So, like, you know, I go to all these bars and tell them, try to use my name, notoriety. And I worked at Music Unlimited across the street from all the bars. So sometimes on my lunch break, I would go to the bar at Monterey Live and just chill. I could walk home, okay, relax. But yeah, none of the club owners like super cared. But Sly McFlies, the owner, when he found out who I was, he was like, "Oh my God, yeah, for sure." But he didn't let me play. He didn't let us play the main venue. He opened up a new little bar called Jack's, and we were his premier band, all through just being in the band Lovers and Strangers. But I have no complaints. I had complaints when I was younger, but it was just, I get it now. I get it now that I'm older, you know. I don't want to go out of my house. You would never catch me at a bar. I wanted to play another game, but honestly my controller's not letting me. Also, I don't know if it's on this channel, but on my some channel, one of my songs, Crazy, has like a video that got like 10,000 views recently. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, it's not about, like, the video's not absolutely about my song, but it's cool that, like, the song is getting around. That was my first hit. That's my only song that was ever on the radio. In Connecticut, Vinyl Dynasty. Shout out Glimmer Girl Michelle, only person in the industry that would. I used to always say Glimmer Girl Michelle is the only one in the music industry with balls, and it's a chick. That was Fortnite tonight. That was Fortnite tonight. Fortnite tonight. Fortnite tonight. Fortnite about Fortnite? Are we playing the Fortnite? Whoa, whoa, oh, oh. 'Cause it's hella tight. 'Cause it's hella tight. Hella tight. I said the Fortnite is hella tight tonight. Gotta be the Fortnite. Whoa, gotta be the Fortnite. Crazy about Fortnite. Gotta be the Fortnite. All right, guys, have a beautiful night. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Hang in there. Tonight's a crazy night in America. Tomorrow's will be another crazy night. Stay safe, guys. Get all that fun partying out of your system so you can be a grumpy old asshole like me one day.